Is it really a surprise that a game released in 2025, made with UE5, works and looks like shit? Welcome to NadPlaysGames, this is Nad and this is yet another game, not only with bad optimization but with poor graphics too. Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Okay, so this is high graphics and it looks okay, but it is stuttering as hell with low FPS. I have a 7800 XT, which is not the highest end, but by no means is a low end card, and it should comfortably play this game at the highest setting, but it is struggling at the moment. Now this is the lowest graphic preset and it is smoother, which obviously it should be, but now it doesn't look like a modern game. I mean, it doesn't look bad by any standards, but doesn't look like it released in 2025. And that was the case when the game launched, the version 1.0. But after a couple of patches, the game does run smooth, but it doesn't really look better, and it still relies heavily on upscaling to get a somewhat smooth playable experience. Which is a shame because I was really enjoying this game, at least the starting few hours that I played before shutting it down because the performance was not good. Oh wow, I actually managed to survive half the fight. Okay, disclaimer first. I am not a Souls-like gamer, nor do I enjoy Souls-like games. I am not a fan of dying a million times to a boss, but I do not hate this category of games. In fact, I have a huge respect for the developers who make these games with this different, unique, cool-looking enemies and bosses, with their unique style and combat moves, and the beautiful world design and whatnot. So even as a casual video games enjoyer, I actually was having fun playing Wuchang. The game did not feel that difficult to get into, and the mechanics are simple enough for someone like me to understand and enjoy. I mean, veteran Souls gamers may or may not like this game, and I cannot speak for them, but I enjoyed my time with it, the initial few hours at least. The game mechanics do become a little frustrating as the game progresses, but I did not complete the game, so this is not a full review of Wuchang, but just how it performs right now and my initial impressions. I said enjoyed instead of enjoying, right? Yeah, that's because the game wasn't performing right for me, so I actually quit playing. Now this may just be on my machine, and there are other gamers who have had similar performance issues. And it may run perfectly fine or good enough on your machine that you can play till the end, but for me, the stutters and low FPS and poor graphics become a little more frustrating than I would like. Since it's a combat heavy game where your counter and dodge needs to be timed perfectly, these performance issues would become sometimes bad. Now, as I said, it may run perfectly on your system, but I am going to wait for the developers to optimize the game and hopefully update it with better graphics. Talking about better graphics, one of the optimization update patches the developers pushed seems to have lowered the in-game resolution. I mean, what? It's so that the game runs smoother. I mean, obviously the game should run smoother at lower resolution, but that's not how you optimize a game, man. That's illegal, bro. It's not even surprising, but I'll give credit where credit's due. The developers are actively responding to criticism and have promised to make the game better. How or when will that be? I honestly don't know. But I think since Wuchang is their first game, so I would personally give them a chance and have some faith in them to make this a better game. But hopefully sooner. Oh, no, get away from me, you creepy bitch. The game does have its flaws though, one of the big ones being the shrine. The bonfire of this game is so far and few between that if you die to a boss, which you definitely would, you would have to waste time to walk all the way again, avoiding all the enemies in the path, which wouldn't be a problem generally, but there are so many jump scare encounters, traps, ambushes, and generally annoying enemy mechanisms that by the time you reach the boss, you very well may get hit or even die. It's really frustrating because the bosses do become tougher, so unless you beat them first try, you will end up getting bonked multiple times, and then you spend most of the game just getting back to the fight. It's not good. There are also various other flaws with the game mechanics, but like I said, I haven't played it till the end. These mechanics may or may not become even more frustrating as the game progresses. The other glaring issue with this game is the Deluxe edition. Now, okay, I don't remember any other game that locks good equipment behind paywalls. Maybe Ubisoft games. It's mostly usually either cosmetics or items that only give you a small head start, but then you find better items in the game to replace them, right? But in Wuchang, the items in the deluxe edition are actually good. Like one of the weapons is straight up OP. I mean, I haven't made any builds with it because I didn't play that far. But if you search for builds, you can find that weapon's OP build. But it's not just that. It also gives you some really good starting armor set and like 15 levels of head start. This 15 levels made my start so easy that I could beat the initial bosses in just a couple of tries. I'm pretty sure it will get way more difficult later on, but having such a good start made me want to play the game even more. Do you understand? I had to pay extra to have the fun start so that I can want to play even more. I mean, the base game would be enough for someone who likes Souls-like games, but for a casual noob like me, yeah, the deluxe edition rewards are kinda good. But paywalling them, that's kinda scummy. Have these studios not learned anything from Stanford Studios that made the amazing Expedition 33? Anyways, I, as a casual video game enjoyer, will not recommend this game unless you know what you're getting into. The performance alone, at least on my system, made me quit playing this game. And even if the performance was great, as the game progresses, the frustrating mechanics and the ambushing enemies will make me stop playing the game eventually. Which is what other reviewers have criticized too. Maybe in the future if the developers do a 2.0 like Cyberpunk, then maybe I'll give it a shot. But till then, I might try my hand at Elden Ring or Lies of P. Which one should I go for first? I did. Dude. Dead again. Dead. You know what? I think I'll play a more chill game. Toby Fox.